Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever part of the world you're in. I just want to say before I start reading that we thank you, Father, for waking us up this morning and giving us grace. I'm going to read some verse from the book of Psalms, Psalms 31:24. I'm talking about being courage, having courage, okay? Courage to wait and be patient, courage to love, courage to wait for God to bring you what you think is best for you and not what you think is best for you. And before I get into the reading, I know a lot of people are making a lot of mistakes in life when it comes to like relationship, marriage, finance, and stuff. Some people have 2 and 3 jobs struggling. I'm going to be honest with you. God does says he helped those who help themselves. But if you have 3 jobs and you're still not maintaining, there's something wrong. A lot of us are in jobs and stuff that we don't like just to be able to make ends meet, but we have no faith in God. Even if you should, no one should have 3 jobs and still can't make it. When things like that's happening, you have to sit down and think, what's going on? Why is my life like this? What have I done to be in the situation I'm in? Um, Years ago, someone came and told me they had like 3 or 4 jobs, and I was just like, they said they were blessed. So I was like, no, you're actually cursed because nobody works 3 and 4 jobs and still can't make ends meet. So to me, there was something wrong with that situation. They were working way too hard. Where was the time for rest? Where was the time to enjoy your family? Where's the time to enjoy God? There was no God in their life because the God that we serve would not let you work 3 and 4 jobs in order to survive. He can sustain you with actually 1 job because I've been there. Even no job, I've been there. So I know that it's impossible to be having 4 jobs and still can't maintain. That means you're either living above your means or you're paying a price for something you have done because the devil be dressing people up and having people out there like fools. People will leave their relationship to go pursue other relationships when they're probably the cause of the first relationship falling apart. But people always want to put the blame on the other person. I never want to see their own fault in life. And if you're moving from relationship to relationship and the same and you keep you're not it's not lasting, then you have to examine yourself. Sometimes we meet people who's not ready to be in relationships and they pretend they are because they just want to be with somebody. Or maybe you have a good character, you have money, you have nice cars, they pretend they care. But the thing about pretending is doesn't last long because you're pretending. You can't pretend but for a certain amount of time. When you're true from the beginning, you'll be true in the end. You will still be the same. But there's people coming into your life and they're doing all these pretending stuff just to get to be with you or they see you have a good character. You get people marrying people to pretend they want to be married and then they go out and cheat. If you don't want to be married, don't marry someone until you're ready because not only are you sinning against God, you're hurting someone. You're carrying someone's spirit and soul with you while when you're in a relationship because a lot of people take marriage serious and a lot of us don't. And if you're one of those people and you know you're not ready to be married yet, don't fool yourself and go marry someone and then walk out their life. The things that we do hinder and hurt people so much, that is selfish. That is very selfish act to do to someone because we are as human beings, we break each other down every day and tear each other apart because of the lack of understanding. And our spirit is not with Christ. Our spirit is just in the world, dealing with what the world says you should have, what you should do. I know a few people who have really good relationships and they let them go. And they don't even know why. Because, okay, most of them say because they think they should have this kind of person, that kind of person. God never give you a perfect person to be with, first of all, because we're all imperfect creatures. And it usually put some people together because one is stronger than the other in a certain way. And the relationship's supposed to be a up and down thing, and you're supposed to help lift each other up. It's like a scale going like this, basically. And a lot of us are just running around in a circle trying to find life because we keep leaving one relationship, and you're just like the little gerbil on um the little circle thing. I forgot what it's called. The little wheel. I bet the little wheel. Some of us are running around in a circle, and and we don't get off for a long time because we ourselves don't even know what we want. We don't talk to God. We don't ask God what is best for us. We decide what's best for us, and that's a lot of reason why a lot of relationship had failed this time in life because everybody wants what somebody else have. Nobody wants to sustain what God give them or what God think is best for them. Worst thing you can do for your life is leave the person that God placed into your life with someone else that you think you should be with because no one really knows anyone. When you've been with someone for a long time and you learn that person and you go and you try to start over, it's like you have to learn all over again. And not, I guarantee you, not everything that you're meeting this person is going to be honest with you, because the first relationship took a lot of toll on you in the first place, on you with the person, just to get to know each other. You're two strangers coming together, two different parts of the world probably coming together. So it's even harder. But people want to do things their way, and then when it doesn't work, they try to put blame on one person, this person. The reality of it is, if you're in a relationship, you're married, you're trying to start a relationship, be honest with yourself and be honest with the person. Don't date someone because of the financial status. Don't date someone because they look good, because all of those things can be taken away within seconds. But what cannot be taken away is one true self. And if you're with someone and the person is good to you and fair to you, then that's the person you should stick with, because at the end of the day, you know they got your back. They meet you when you have nothing. It's best to struggle with someone and grow into wealth and just been planted into a rich life and then have to punish. Because most time when people get into relationships like that, you don't really know how the person really feel. And you feel like you owe them something because they have all this money, they give you this, they give you that, and then you don't even know the true love or thing of the person. Be real with yourself. A lot of people are just, I don't know, they're lost and they're broken, and they're trying to find people to fill that gap. Most people are not in good relationships. They leave the relationship because they themselves lacking love. They don't love themselves, so how can they love someone else? I had to learn that too. There's people out there that we want to love, want to give love and show love to, and you're 100% with them, but they still end up leaving you, and that's because they themselves doesn't know how to give or receive love. So it's not your fault. If someone leave you, it's not your fault. Know that that person is lacking or something is missing. And when God is not the center of your life, it's missing. The relationship does not work. You can be all serving God, doing this, doing that, and your partner is doing the opposite, drinking, partying, hanging out, staying home, watching TV on a Sunday, doing all these things that's unpleasing to God. God will move them out your life because they don't deserve to be around you. And until they can be fixed, they probably will stay away for a long time. I'm going to read now because I said a whole lot. And I'm going to touch upon it after, okay? It says here, be strong and take heart, all who have hope in the Lord. Psalms, that was 31:24. Now Psalms 27:14 says, wait for the Lord, be strong and take heart, and wait for the Lord. It's telling you, wait for the Lord. He's the best decision of your life. He's the GPS, the guidance of your life. Because when we do what we want to do, it always falls apart. I would say 100%. It falls apart, because if God is not the center of it, it's not going to work. When you pass through the water, this is Isaiah 43:2-3. When you pass through the waters, I will be there with you. When you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze, for I am the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. Psalms 28:7. The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart, I trust in him, and I am helped. My heart leaps for joy, and I will give thanks to him in songs. Deuteronomy 7:21. The Lord your God, who is among you, is great and awesome God. Amen. I will strengthen you. This is Isaiah 41:10. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my right hand. Psalms 18:32. It is God who arms me with strength and make my way perfect. Isaiah 40:29. He gives me strength to increases my power of weaknesses. Psalms 18:29. With your help I am advanced against a troop. With my God I can scale a wall. God is awesome. A lot of people out there saying they're serving God, but which God are you actually serving? If you're causing pain in your family, your life, you're destroying your own self, you're not living up to what God has put you. Everyone feels like they should be living the life they want to. You're not here for your purpose. That's the one big mistake everyone is making. You're not here for your own purpose. You're here for God's purpose. God put you here for a reason, and his reason only. And a lot of us is just disobeying and going against God and doing our own thing. And we wonder why our life is not the way it is. Obedience is a big thing with God. When you're obedient, He gives you what you desire. But also, God will not give you what you need when you ask, because you're not in a place of spirit, you're not in a place of good heart, a place of good mind, a sound mind. So He wouldn't give you the things you ask. Not everything we ask for, we will get at the time. We will get it, but there's a step. Just like when a baby has to crawl, they have to crawl first before they walk. It's the same thing. They crawl, then they find something to hold on. They fall a couple of times. They drag themselves on them. Some babies drag themselves on the stomach for a while before they even start going on their knees. When they get on their knees, they're holding on to something, and their legs are still weak, so they constantly fall. But eventually, after keep doing it, they get strong. Then they start walking. Then they start running. Same thing with life for us. We have to start by baby steps. We have to put God first and let God be the center of your life. Because if He's not the center of your life, you're on a road to disaster. And that's what's happening in the world right now. So much disobedience. People are living for the way the world telling them to live, and not what the Bible, the book, is telling us how to live. I am so disappointed sometimes. Sometimes you're hurt and disappointed when you see the people you love being straight apart, being pulled away by the devil, because that's who's causing all these things. Devil is mischief. He's a mischievous person. And he may take, some people give up on God because the job, relationships, but I know majority of people give up because of money, which is sad. When you die, you cannot take none of the stuff with you. None. I don't see the point of people going cuckoo and crazy. Yes, you need money to pay for your bills and stuff, and God can provide that. But God needs to be first. If He's first, He will make so many more room for you. And some of us, God keep us on a level of poorness because He wants to save our soul. Most rich people have lost their soul. People, they usually commit suicide. Their mind is not in the right place. They don't even know who their friends are. They're in depression. There's so many things that come with having money that people don't even realize. It's not all that it looks like. And they say money is the root of all evil. People will kill you. Your only family will poison you, kill you just to have your money. When you die, all this money you have, is you can't take it with you. Now, some of us have family and kids we want to leave our money to so they will have a better life. Instill God in their life first. Even if they have money, it's not going to save their soul. So instill God in their life first. And let them not value money more than they value Him. Because that's the mistake that we're making. We're not teaching our kids to value God first. We're teaching them to value money and clothes. And things of this world, which is what's killing us right now. It's breaking us. It's killing us. So people, implant God into your life more. Teach your family to depend on God more than to depend on man. For we know that man will disappoint you. You can't trust. People say they promise. People should not say the word promise to people. To promise someone means that they put all of their belief in you. And then when you do what you do, you don't expect the person to be hurt or broken. I mean, you promise. Promise is a promise. That's why it said, don't be quick to open your mouth and speak to God, because you're living, your place is on earth, this place is in heaven. He already know what you're going to do, all the things you're going to do before you do it. And He gives so much of us opportunity to change. We're on a roller coaster for a reason. God is trying to tell us, stop, wait for me, be patient. All of us are going to learn that. I learned it. And this is why I'm so humble now. This is why I can speak the way I speak, because I put all my trust in God. He has pulled me out of so many holes. There's people around you pretending they care. The devil is always close to you, if y'all don't know that. The people you trust and most and love the most is the one that the devil used to deceive you. And sometimes maybe that was not their intention, but because there's poisonous stuff in their mind and their heart, they leave a loophole for the devil. A lot of us pretend that we care about people. And a lot of us is envious of people. Could you believe that your partner could be envious of you? Husband and wife could be envious of each other. It's true. Because one is probably get more attention than the other one. One is probably more smarter than the other one. One probably obtained things better, faster than the other one. One already did a whole bunch of things and the other one hasn't done anything. But if you have someone like that in your life, you should be happy that God placed such a good person. That's the person you should learn from, instead of running away or disapproving of the person because you're unhappy that you didn't learn to do those things. Learn from that person. Learn from your partner. Your partner is the best one to learn from. You can learn from a lot of people, but if you have a partner that has wisdom, It's best to learn from a person you know than learn from someone you don't know. A fool, basically, because a lot of people claim that they know stuff. Unless you've been through something you haven't really know, you don't learn. Mistakes in life are made. People learn from mistakes, excuse me. But some people don't learn at all. They just keep going on the same roller coaster over and over. Like I said, if God is missing in your life, that's why you're on a roller coaster. Why the same pattern keep happening over and over? Because you haven't learned the lesson that He wants you to learn yet. Know that He is God and He's in control of everything that you do. But He also lets you make your mistakes to see if you can find yourself back. A lot of us is like hard-headed in a bad way. Because you can be hard-headed in a good way where you're strongly determined to obtain certain goals in life. But it doesn't matter what school you go to, much money you spend, this, that. If God decides like, okay, this is not the career for you, you're just going to go to school for all those years and then have to start back over again. That's why it's best for you to pray at a young age and ask God what is best for you. What you want and what He wants is not on the same line at all. I guarantee you 95% of us are making the wrong decisions in marriage, relationship, finance, God, because some of us is serving the God of mischief, and that's His job, is to make your life miserable. By the time some of us wake up and we realize what we have done, leaving our marriage, leaving our relationship, hurting, molesting, whatever it is that we do that's unpleasing to God, by the time you wake up, half of you, it'll be too late. Because when the devil uses you, he makes everything look good. Until he gets into a place when he drops you and he leave you there, you're lonely. You feel lonely and alone. And that's when you have to come back and talk to God. Why waste your time? Why waste God's time when you know what is right and wrong? A lot of us know, but we're still fighting against Him. But like I said, the devil will dress you up and use you. And by the time you wake up, it'll be too late. A lot of you walking out of your relationships and walking out of your marriage is against God. God does not like divorce. He does not like separation. And a lot of you going, you start relationships over and it doesn't work. There's something not there. You feel unhappy. You probably miss the person. You regret this, regret. Regret is something we all have, but regrets are for fools, basically. Because if you know better, you do better. Stop living for the world and start living for God. If you live for God, I guarantee that the choices that you make in life will be more fulfilling. You'll be more happy. Everything is on God's timing. Patience. We need to have more patience in life and wait for God to make His move and stop going against Him. And that's why a lot of us are suffering today. And that's why the world is so messed up. You know, God will let you advance in your life when you serve Him. But if you're not serving Him, He's going to let you stay in that same position. A lot of you have a job. You say, oh, you deserve a position, and you don't get it because you're the person who got the position. You don't know what they have been going through, why they got that position. They probably been praying to God the whole time. Why you praying to the devil? I want him to fail. They don't deserve the job. I don't like him. Oh, it makes me sick. If those are the words that you're given, no wonder you're at the same position. You must not be envious of others. You must not be jealous of. You must not be angry when someone else get a promotion because maybe it's their time and it's not your time. And sometimes they got their promotion, and sometimes if you wait on God, your promotion be 10 times better than that person. But you will never know that because your mind is so corrupted with evil thoughts and negative things that you will never get your blessings. We ourselves block our own blessings. Anyway, that's the message I'm going to give today. Be courageous. Wait on God. Do not be envious of others. Stop living for the world and live for God. If you have 3 jobs and you still feel like you're going nowhere, it's because you're not serving the right God. And that's the honest truth. God can keep you balanced and keep you alive by even having no job. And if you got 3 jobs and you're not, still can't find, some of us making 100,000, 85, 200,000, and it's still not balanced in their life. So why would God give people more when they can't even handle less? There's some people that can't even handle less. So why? And I know people like that. I know many people who got good jobs, have nice cars, and they're still not happy. That's because they're not talking to God. They're living for the world. Yes, everybody wants nice things. Who does not want nice things? But at what cost do you want the nice things? So you have to think about that. God placed us here to be in relationships, to multiply, to serve Him. A lot of us are multiplying and we're leaving our family, leaving our kids, starting over. Anybody who's not taking care of their family or their kids is not good for you. Your time on earth will be very long in a bad way because you can live a fruitful life in a long way, 120 years old, and your life, and nobody will believe your age. You're walking around doing more things than younger people. But some people live in a horrible way and they still be 100 and something. They have miserable because the way you live most of the time is the way you actually die. There are some unfair times that you see things happen. You said, why? But we don't know. We see a person's face and we don't know their heart. Oh, this person is such a great person. He's such a great guy. But you don't know. Every time we don't know that this person has been sinning against God because they put up this facade of wrong that people see. But in their mind, you don't, or their heart, where God can read, you don't know what this person has done or what they have done back in the days, what they're going to do. So the judgment that they have is placed on them for a reason, and we don't know. And sometimes they say the good people die first. Well, God is removing them from this crazy world because this world is crazy. This crazy stuff happening that you can't even understand or explain. Anyway, I'm going to leave you guys with this message. I just want to tell you to find God if God is not in your life. Stop serving the devil because the devil will dress you up and make you a fool. Start going to church. Participate in your church. Not just go to your church. Participate in your church. Give God your life so He may fix yours because it's not yours. It's not your life. You're not here to serve yourself. And this is why a lot of us is failing. Because we're serving ourselves. That's why we're unhappy. Money cannot buy you happiness. It really can't. It will buy you nice things, but at the end of the day, you still will be unhappy because you don't have true friends, people that care about you. You don't have people you really enjoy. People will lead you to the devil when you have money. Just letting you know that. Some of us have no good friends around us. They watch us make these poor decisions in life, and they just stay there next to you and don't say anything. Those are not friends. Friends tell you the truth, even though you're going to get upset at them. They will tell you the truth eventually, that whatever they told you is going to come to pass, and you have to go and apologize to that same friend. Be good to yourself, but most of all, be good to God. May God continue to bless you guys and your family. May He open up your heart and give you peace on earth. May you find a place with Him where is pleasing to Him. And, you know, that you can actually function and to be able to do the things you're doing in a good way. Let your life be aligned with God's line and not your own. Okay? May God continue to watch over you guys and bless you. Have a good day.